Back in with Jim Cramer. Jim, what would you like to talk about this morning?
Well, I think we have to distinguish between the notion of what blockchain is. No one thinks blockchain is bad. And what happened here, and I thought you guys did an amazing job. I think Kevin O'Leary's caught up in what I would describe as a suboptimal situation. And I think you did your best to get to the bottom of it, but the whole thing seems so bottomless that I don't know how to fathom it.
Yeah, I mean, we're all trying to figure out what happened. I think Kevin's right. It's going to be years that we're hearing about this. Once bankruptcy courts get involved, it's going to be a very long unwinding. I don't know about Bitcoin. I think that one's different than a lot of the other coins, but I think the marks that came with some of these things are enough to leave you scratching your head.
Well, everything you said was true. I mean, at the end, I think that Kevin said that everything you said was true. I mean, the problem is everything everyone says is true about this, except for it's just a giant con. And remember, the con is not, it's not blockchain. Blockchain's great, but we keep conflating blockchain with the con. And I don't know how that can continue. I mean, this thing, all these different prices, like we put up XRP and Solana and Dogecoin. Those are all, I believe, cons.
Yeah.
I mean, why don't we just put...
Okay, see, this is where Jim Cramer's an asshole. Yes, Solana to me is a scam. 100% their network is trash. It's backed by a bunch of people that have less than stellar interest. Dogecoin, to say that's a scam even, that's reaching, because Elon Musk is using Dogecoin as a utility token now. Using it as a way of a medium exchange. That means it's not a scam. That means it's doing exactly what it's meant to do. And it's a form of currency, not a security, just like XRP. They're using it as a form of currency. Solana, to me, is a scam. Ethereum, Bitcoin, all three of those are scams. I wouldn't touch Solana with a 10-foot dildo. Doge, I can still see a little bit of use. Definite use in XRP. As we are, I don't know, the liquidity for the whole world, Jim. Where are we going to get the liquidity, Jim, without the ODL of XRP? Huh? Without the XRPL. So he speaks a lot, but a lot of times what Jim Cramer says, you do the opposite. So the fact he says XRP is a scam token, and he brings it up with Solana and the likes of Ethereum and Bitcoin, and throws Dogecoin on there, Jim Cramer's a dope. He's going to rope you into bankruptcy if you listen to this guy. And I feel even more comfortable now with XRP. I hope by all the social media, I hope by everybody talking about it on testicular radio and big radio and big media, you know, the mumbo jumbo jabroni central. With all that talk, I hope it brings in capitulation now. Because when it does, I'm buying, and I'm buying a ton.
Just put up like a bunch of stocks that are valued at the same size. So I'm tired of the con. I thought you guys did a terrific job. And I love I love blockchain, but it has nothing to do with what happened. That's like saying, you know, like, I really love the fact that we put up cryptocurrencies. There's nothing to love. Technology's good, but it's... I mean, if we think that the XRP slash USD coin is something that we should be following... Well, I mean, we should be following we should put up like Rent the Runway and Stitch Fix up there. I mean, honestly, let's put up
those CEOs on too, I guess.
I don't know. Let's put up Sienna up there. I don't know. I mean, I just find it's just a random group of things that we put up, and that I question that because I'm busy trying to find how to make money for people, and I don't want to try to figure out how to lose money for people.
Well, I'll tell you what we've been.
All right, so that's Jim's thoughts. You can hear exactly what he says about XRP, Dogecoin, Solana, throwing all three of those in his hat coins. I vehemently disagree with the XRP Ripple talk. And like I've said before, we're not to the bottom yet. And I believe when we get to the bottom, 95% of people that own XRP are going to be bankrupt. And down more than 50%. I believe more than 90% of XRP holdings, by the time this is done, 90% of XRP holders will be more than 50% down on their holdings. Put that in your pipe and smoke it and try to figure out why I've stayed so transparent, so focused, and so directional on my approach to XRP and my buyback of the ISO coins. Because make no mistake about it, the next segment, the next chapter in crypto is the talk of extinction. And that's simply a tool to use to get you out and to put you in at the exact wrong spots and then scare the hell out of you to get out right before the big bang actually happens. Good morning, 10:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Saturday, December 10th, 2022. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So on this December 10th, I'd like to wish my dad a happy 64th birthday if he's out there in the abyss somewhere and happens to see this. Yeah, so it's my dad's birthday today. Dealing with the sick house, though. My dad's out of town where he's been working in Illinois for a couple years. So, won't see him today, but I'll definitely have a phone call with him. So, let's get into the XRP. So, XRP sitting at 0.3889, up 0.03% on the day. As you could hear, Jim Cramer talked about how XRP, Dogecoin, Solana are all scams. I agree on Solana. I don't think Solana is going to be around like most people think. I think its network is trash, and I think it always has too much downtime, and for that, I wouldn't put any money into Solana. I wouldn't trust it with a 10-foot dildo. Dogecoin, when it gets down to appropriate levels, I'm going to throw in a little bit of money on Dogecoin. I'm hoping, personally, Dogecoin can get around the 1 cent or lower mark. It's going to take some work, but I would like to throw maybe $500 or $600 on Dogecoin, and hopefully it can turn out to 7,000 or 8,000 Dogecoin tokens. I've been saying it since almost 60 cents. I'm looking at it around the 1 cent mark, 60 times less than what it was at the top. So we'll see what happens there. As I believe there is some utility with Elon Musk there, and he's trying to use it as more of a currency. So to me, it's not a security, and it's a medium of exchange, just like XRP in the end is. Solana, its network is hack. It's trash. I wouldn't use it. It goes down, too much downtime, too much bullshit, too much special interest, too many people that have not so trustworthy intentions are behind the Solana network. So I just don't trust it. So XRP at 3893. We're still within a very tight trading range. The easiest thing I can show you is what we created and verified yesterday by creating this one hit right here on the 8th. Actually, 2 days ago. So we have resistance, resistance, symmetrical support, which means it's flat. Downtrending resistance makes it a symmetrical triangle. And now we're either going to break up above 393 approximately, get outside of the symmetrical triangle and retest the broken bear flag. And that will get you up to about the 415 level. And then ultimately, if we can break up into the 4388 approximately, we'd be back up into the bull flag. Anything short of that, and this is a very bearish pattern this weekend, and it's on a continuation pattern still, so we have to be very, very careful when you're on a continuation pattern to the downside, because bearish continuations are just that. They are continuations to the downside. Had it have been on the top side, it would have been a continuation to the up direction, but we wouldn't have fallen. We would have had a nice bull flag instead of bear flag. So this morning, I believe a lot of people are thinking a lot of crazy things with XRP, and I think with all the social media, all the national media attention, especially with Jim Cramer and a lot of these bigger influencers talking about XRP going to zero, Michael Saylor. I mean, there's a big smear campaign on XRP right now, and I've been waiting for a capitulation style event, and sometimes getting a lot of negativity in the news and the headlines is exactly what we need to get XRP to continue down the track that we need. So in my title today, if you're watching this and don't watch until the end, you're going to see XRP to zero question mark. The national narrative turns as they try to get XRP holders to capitulate out, or something in that attempt, or something in that sphere or realm. But it's something spectacular that's going on. And when you start to hear the entire world start to talk about something, the entire narrative chart changing, because before it was, is XRP a security? Now it's, oh, we're getting close to the end, and is XRP going to zero? See how that works? Now that we're getting closer to a decision, which I don't even think we're that close. I think it's still going to be March, April at minimum. But now that people are starting to drag that headline for XRP, now you're starting to hear the narrative changes. Oh, even if the lawsuit ends, XRP is going to be ruled a security, and it's going to zero because it's a hack or scam coin. I vehemently disagree with that, and I think that it's a lot of bullshit. I think there's a lot of noise being had. And the other thing I think is that if you're only paying attention to XRP, because this is the chart and that's all I can show you right now. Until we break that formation, this is what's happening today. No more, no less. Everything else is all horseshit and nonsense and bullshit. And I don't give fun and I don't give bullshit and I don't really give a shit to tell you the bullshit. And I think a lot of the optics here is one, algo, that 23 cents. You can look at that in your own time. We'll look at that maybe this afternoon. But then you look at XLM, the 3 X's, XRP, XLM, XDC. What's happened with XLM? Well, it's made a little bull flag here on Saturday. Came up from about 0.838, and it's a very tiny bull flag that could get you up to about 883. But it did break outside of the descending triangle that I was talking about. It was a downtrending resistance. Actually, it did break outside of it, but it's so hard to say, oh, this is the exact spot because we have to measure it outside of the wick. And we could do that, or you can even do that and say, oh, it hasn't technically broke. But I think we're right at that break point. I'm going to go like that. I firmly believe we're at this break point in this pattern right now. And if we can just move a little bit farther on this and use this as support as we are on the 20-day right here on this bear flag, we may be able to make a run back up to 9.9, but something tells me this 9.23 and ultimately we could get stopped at 8.86. But watch this. XLM still is putting in zero dick for volume. It really is. The volume is scary. These moving up with the volume as low as they are, it only has one ending in sight when it happens, and that's down, down, down. See if we can get any more confluency on the XLM USD. Yeah, see? And the retest here after putting up this mild pattern would be coming back up here to the 0.876 level. So pay attention to that. And then DGB, we have used the 747 as support. And you can see we're starting to ride out just a little bit. We put in a bullish cup and handle here. And now we look to be moving towards about the 00783. Can we get all the way up to 843? Well, that is a question to be determined, or an answer to be explored. But if you ask me, we're kind of stuck between two levels, and I think the 0080 would probably cap any upside here unless we get a broader market support. So pay attention to everything I'm saying and more. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. Make sure if you want to join Tom's Army, you look on my past videos. I know the video last night didn't do very well because I did it on my phone, a short video, tried to get some information out, only 422 views, but that's okay. Because not everybody needs to see every one of my updates. Because if you're not dedicated and you're not in tune, you're not going to know shit. And that's all right. So, if you want to see some of my past updates, go in the video description below. If you want to join Tom's Army, as I'm busting my ass, even though my whole house has the flu, I'm doing the best I can. Would appreciate some support. Join Tom's Army would be the greatest show of support that you could show me. Click on XRP Future Millionaire to bring you to here. By joining Tom's Army, which we have 214 members, and we haven't really had a lot of support here lately. I would have thought putting in all this work, even when everybody's sick, would get one person to join Tom's Army, but we'll see what happens, as not a lot of people like to pay it forward these days. Now, we do have a very generous amount of people that are in Tom's Army, 214 people, and that's why I can do the no bullshit, no advertising, no special interest, no paid interest, and no predictive programming on my channel. There's no bullshit. No one's going to tell me how to tell you what XRP's price or crypto is going to go to. I'm going to tell you the truth because I don't give a damn what anybody else says. And if you don't like my style, go fuck yourself, because I do what I do and I do what's best. And I do what I know you need to hear, not what you need to hear. Now, I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. So also, if you join Tom's Army, you get the exclusive Telegram. It's been popping this morning. So if you're interested, if you want to know similar people, we've gotten rid of about 13 people in here that stopped paying it forward, and I'll continue to take away more people that aren't part of the community anymore. But this is the best place to be because you get the same interest, same mindset, and people that understand XRP crypto and the ISO and want to be there. And like I said, join Tom's Army. Join me on MEXC. No VPN, no spot fees, no KYC in the USA, up to 200x leverage. And then BITGET's there as well if you want to use it. It's up to you, but you do need a KYC if you're in the USA right now, and you can use it if you're currently signed up. And then obviously UPHOLD, my most trusted, just high spot fees. Hashtag the FUD stops here. And remember, watch, recycle, repeat. Watch the content, recycle it to friends and family, and show it to somebody who hasn't seen it on social media. And repeat. Come back and watch the next update.